What's up, YouTube? How you doing? How you doing? Just saying VB here, filling in for Uncle Mike while he's over in the Philippines. We're going to check out this video. Kanye West confirms why Beyonce will trap Jay-Z, the real game. So let's check this out and see what they're talking about here.
Look, when Jay signed his contract, the big one was with Beyonce. Mm-hmm. When he signed that contract, the marriage contract, he got trophies. Now those trophies, trophies came rolling in, buddy.
And the Grammy goes to
Harry Styles.
I don't want to embarrass this young lady, but she has more Grammys than everyone and never won Album of the Year. So even by your own metrics, that doesn't work.
So Kanye West has just dropped some bombshell comments about his former friends Beyonce and Jay-Z. And let's just say he's not holding back. For years, Jay-Z has been seen as this untouchable figure in the music industry, using his family man image, his connection to Beyonce, and his carefully crafted reputation to dodge criticism and allegations. But lately, that image is starting to crack. As you all probably know by now, one of Diddy's accusers recently dragged Jay-Z into the mess, alleging that he raped her back in 2000 when she was just 13. And while some fans are quick to defend him, others are pointing fingers at Beyonce, saying she's been trapped in this relationship and controlled by Jay-Z for years. But now Kanye is flipping the script entirely, and according to him, Beyonce isn't the victim here. She's the one running the game! Kanye claims Beyonce is way shadier than people think, and she's actually using her position to protect herself and her empire. By staying with Jay-Z, Beyonce has ensured that her brand remains untouchable. Together, they were seen as this power couple, an unstoppable force. But behind the scenes, Kanye claims that Beyonce knows exactly what she's doing. She's not trapped. She's making moves to stay on top of the industry, no matter what dirt might come out about Jay-Z.
They can control Jay-Z and Beyonce.
But not you, man.
But they can't control me. You see, it ain't no name I won't name. Exactly. It's up.
It looks like more people are starting to see Kanye West's perspective, especially when it comes to his claims about the shady side of the entertainment industry and its rumored ties to powerful institutions. And right at the heart of all this drama are Kanye's former close friends, Beyonce and Jay-Z. Let's rewind and talk about Kanye and the Carters' relationship, because it's honestly wild how quickly Jay and Beyonce turned their backs on Kanye after years of claiming they were like family. So to give you some background, back around 2000, Kanye's production skills caught the attention of Rockefeller Records after he worked on a track for Beanie Sigel. Jay-Z and Rockefeller co-founder Dame Dash were so impressed with Kanye's talent that he quickly became the go-to producer for the label. His work on Jay's 2001 album, The Blueprint, is still considered iconic and a major boost to Jay's career. But Kanye wasn't content with just producing. He wanted to rap. The problem was that major labels weren't feeling him because he didn't fit the gangsta image that was dominating hip-hop at the time. At first, even Jay-Z was reluctant to sign him as an artist. But Dame Dash saw Kanye's potential and pushed Jay to make the move. Finally, in 2002, Rockefeller took a gamble and signed Kanye. The partnership led to some legendary moments, like their collaborative album, Watch the Throne. But after their tour wrapped up in 2012, things started to fall apart. Word on the street is that Kanye and Jay clashed over the album's creative direction. Jay reportedly wanted to use some of their tracks for his solo project, Magna Carta Holy Grail, but Kanye wasn't having it. He thought those tracks belonged to Watch the Throne, and tensions only grew from there. Things between Kanye and Jay got even messier when Kanye started dating Kim Kardashian. Kanye was determined to bring Kim into Jay and Beyonce's exclusive circle. But it was clear from the start that the Carters wanted nothing to do with the Kardashians. The snub became crystal clear when Jay and Beyonce skipped Kim and Kanye's lavish wedding in Italy. Their official excuse was that they were still dealing with the fallout from that infamous elevator incident between Solange and Jay at the Met Gala just weeks earlier. But Kanye took it personally. He felt Jay and Beyonce should have set their issues aside and supported him, especially since he thought of them as family. To Kanye, their absence wasn't just a scheduling conflict, but a betrayal.
I was hurt about them not coming to the wedding. Mm-hmm. I understand they was going through some things, but if it's family, you're not gonna miss a wedding, and I'm not using this interview to put any negative.
People are so fake. Like, people are so fake. Okay, so Solange kicked your butt in the elevator, so now we can't go to Kanye's wedding. Like, go sit down somewhere. Like, come on. If you took all the money away from these people and all the fame away from these people, would that be a good excuse for just regular folk? Would that be a good excuse? My sister-in-law kicked my butt in the elevator, so now I can't come to your wedding. Get out of here. That's whack. Anyway, that's whack. I'd be so over this. I really do. I try, but I be over it.
Things, but I gotta state
yourself.
Yeah, I gotta state my truth. Yeah. Like, and then that one thing happens, and another thing happens, another thing happens, another thing's happening. You just start coming up with all type of crazy ideas in your head and stuff. Like, why?
This is when Kanye's fans started calling out Jay-Z, accusing him of never being a real friend and only using Kanye when it suited him. Now, fast forward to 2016, and Kanye publicly blasted Jay and Beyoncé during a concert in Sacramento, accusing Beyoncé of playing dirty to secure awards. But Kanye didn't stop there. He even hinted that Jay might go to extreme lengths to silence him if he kept speaking out. But things took an even wilder turn when a few years later, Kanye began openly calling out all the people who control the entertainment industry. And within weeks, it seemed like the entire industry turned on him. It was like he was blacklisted overnight. Now, you'd think Jay-Z and Beyoncé, who were once tight with Kanye, would step in, or at least say something, right? But it was crickets from the Carters, just like it was crickets when Jay's former buddy, Diddy, was arrested. So that's when Kanye dropped another bombshell and said the real reason Jay-Z and Beyoncé have stayed silent is that they're being controlled by the same powerful people he's been exposing.
They try to suppress you, but that's how they try to categorize you.
They can't control me. You get what I'm saying? They can control Shaq. They can control Charles Barkley. They can control LeBron James. They can control Jay-Z and Beyonce.
But not you, man.
But they can't control me. You see, it ain't no name I won't name.
And as if all that drama wasn't wild enough, now there are some really dark accusations surfacing about Jay-Z. And even though Jay and Beyonce are still showing a united front for the cameras, it's becoming pretty clear that their marriage isn't the picture-perfect fairy tale it once appeared to be. But trust Kanye to add even more fuel to the fire. In a recently surfaced clip from his 2022 interview with Candace Owens, Kanye claimed that Beyonce should have just let Jay cheat in peace because, according to him, Jay was gonna do it no matter what.
He was telling you the code that now I'm being stupid, like I'm giving you guys stupid stuff because this is how it works. Like, in order for me to stay successful, I have to keep giving you stupid stuff.
I just think Beyonce need to let him go get some pussy. Seriously.
What?
He gets go to the DR or something, like, you know what I mean? Like,
what's that about though? What's that about? Are you good friends with him still? Because you know what's missing from this whole...
But let's rewind for a second to give you the full story of how Kanye even ended up talking about this. Because it wasn't just him shading Jay for cheating on Beyonce. It goes way deeper than that. It all started when Candace brought up Jay-Z's track Moment of Clarity from the Black Album back in 2003. She pointed out a specific part where Jay admits he simplifies his lyrics to appeal to a wider audience and make more money. Jay defended the move by saying that by getting rich, he could help others. And Candace mentioned how this reminded her of Kanye and the ongoing debate about choosing between knowledge and material success.
It says, I dumb down my audience to double my dollars. They criticize me for it, yet they all yell holla. If skills sold, truth be told, I'd probably be lyrically 𝗟𝗓𝗄𝗡𝗅. Truthfully, I want to rhyme like common sense, but I did 5 mil, and I ain't been rhyming like common sense. When your sense got that much in common, and you've been hustling since, the only perception for perception go with what makes sense. Since I know what I'm up against, we as rappers must decide what's most important. And I can't help the poor if I'm one of them. So I got rich and gave back. To me, that's the win-win. And I was just so stunned. I ran it back like 10 times because I forgot how much I love that song. And I was like, he's literally telling you that he is dumbing himself down. And he has decided that the better thing to do is to keep the people that follow him stupid and be able to help them by giving money. Like, I can't help the poor. Like, I dumbed down my audience to double my dollars. Like, he has to make a decision to be smart, right? To be rapping like 𝗟𝗓𝗄𝗡𝗅 or to make money and be able to give back to people. So he knows, and this made me think of you, because you said on that podcast that got taken down that information is the number one resource, right? And he knows that he has to choose between giving the people information or having success. And I was stunned by the verse.
But here's where Kanye jumped in and asked Candace which label Jay-Z was signed to when he rapped about picking money over spreading knowledge. Candace kept praising Jay-Z as an inspiration, but Kanye had this smirk, like he was about to say something big. Then out of nowhere, he changed the subject and joked that Beyonce should have just let Jay cheat.
And what record label was he on that helped influence that decision? It was a Jewish record label.
Okay, what was it? I don't know. See, I don't know the industry.
Universal, Def Jam.
Yeah, Def Jam. He was definitely
a Jewish and French, because you got Vivendi that owns Universal, but French, that's super colonizers. Like the French own 80% of African banks. So
nobody would be mad if you had tweeted that, by the way.
Oh, the French? Yeah. But that's because the French don't hyper focus on controlling the black voice like the Jewish media does. So. But this makes me think Drake is the best rapper ever by the numbers. Jay-Z is the greatest rapper ever by the inspiration.
Yeah, he inspired me.
There you go.
He was smart. You know what I mean? Like he's talking business, but you either got it or you didn't. He was telling you the code that now I'm being stupid. Like I'm giving you guys stupid stuff. Because this is how it works. Like in order for me to stay successful, I have to keep giving you stupid stuff.
I just think Beyonce need to let him go get seriously.
What?
Go to the DR or something, like, you know what I mean? Like,
what's that about, though?
Candace then tried to get Kanye to talk about his relationship with Jay-Z and Beyonce. But instead of spilling any tea, Kanye avoided the question and shifted the conversation back to himself.
What's that about? Are you good friends with him still? Because you know what's missing from this whole...
I don't know if you're going to run that line or not.
I'm not. This is going up on Parler. What do you mean? Are you going to run it?
Yeah.
That's the bigger question.
I just think like... man, it's like Jay-Z is like the head. You know, we're under the fire and we're the firefighters. But in order to be a good firefighter, you got to be willing to run into that fire. And that's what makes me the number one firefighter. That's what makes me Michael, because I'll run into that fire. Everyone knows that I'll run into that fire for the people in the burning building. Who's the people in the burning building? All of society. Because blacks and rappers are the thought leaders. We're like everyone, people, you know, if you go to a college, people have different majors, but everyone majors in Drake at the college. It's very few people, even if they don't particularly seek to listen to him, everyone in the college knows the song. So that becomes then the information, a part of people's curriculum and DNA of the way we think. And what I've been saying is like the idea of free thought, the White Lives Matter t-shirt.
It really seems like Kanye has something he wants to say about the Carters, but is holding back. And fans are starting to think the reason he's keeping quiet is because they might have tried to silence him, literally. Remember back in 2016 when Kanye went off on Jay-Z and Beyonce during his Sacramento concert, accusing Beyonce of using blackmail to win big music awards? Well, just one day after the rant, Kanye was rushed to the hospital and placed on a 5150 involuntary psychiatric hold after an incident at his old personal trainer Harley Pasternak's house. And Pasternak is the same guy who later threatened to institutionalize Kanye again and send him back to Zombieland.
One of a couple ways. First, you and I sit down and have a loving and open conversation, but you don't use cuss words. And everything that is discussed is based in fact, and not some crazy stuff that dumb friend of yours told you or you saw in a tweet. Second option, I have you institutionalized again, where they medicate the crap out of you and you go back to Zombieland forever. Play date with the kids just won't be the same. This is the way a Hollywood A Hollywood trainer was talking to me.
By the way, there have been rumors for years about Beyoncé and Jay-Z buying awards and recognition. When you think about it, Beyoncé hardly ever shows up to music awards unless she's either performing or accepting an award. And at the 2023 Grammys, she actually stood up to accept her award before her name was even announced.
As we are witnessing history tonight, breaking the record for the most Grammy wins of all time. Be upstanding and show your respect. It's Renaissance, Beyoncé.
And then there was another viral moment from the Grammys showing producer Diplo mouthing "they bought that" as Beyoncé got up to accept her award. So it looks like Kanye has been trying to tell us for years that Beyoncé isn't as honest as some fans like to believe. According to him, she's been playing the long game, using her marriage and power couple status with Jay-Z to keep her career untouchable. And while many fans argue that Beyoncé is just a victim of Jay-Z's control and manipulation, Kanye's supporters are saying that she's far from naive. In fact, they believe she's just as calculated as Jay-Z, if not more, and that she's likely done her fair share of shady things behind the scenes to protect her empire. After all, Beyoncé and Jay-Z's marriage is not just a personal relationship, it's a brand, a multi-million-dollar empire. So could it be that Beyoncé is staying with Jay-Z not because she's trapped, but because it's a strategic move to keep her legacy intact? One fan said she's not innocent. She knew who she married. And another person wrote, that's the whole point of it all. She's stuck by his side all this time. She's as guilty as he is. Wake up. But what's your take on this? Is Beyoncé trapped in a toxic relationship with Jay-Z, or is she making moves to protect her brand and power? Do you believe Kanye's claims that she's just as involved in shady industry dealings as Jay-Z? Let me know what side you're on in the comments, and don't miss out on this next video.
All right. So what will I say about Miss Beyoncé is that, the public put her there. I'm not one of them that, really was ever enthralled with her. When Destiny's Child first came out, she was not the one that we thought would be the breakout star. I'm just going to put it out there. That's the truth. So the public put her there. She was, definitely shoved down our throat, and people continue to get crazed over her. There's a beehive, and she's the queen, and blah, 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 and all this other stuff, and made her into this great untouchable star. That's what they did. And I say they because I'm not in that. Yeah, she's had some good music, throughout her career. I mean, I haven't really followed her lately. It really hasn't been anything that I'm impressed with, but, that's what happens. So, now all of a sudden, the queen is, being questioned. And yeah, could this have just been business? Absolutely. People get married for business all the time. Keep money, in the family and do whatever they will. It's a lot of people with money. That's how they do it. So, if that's what they want to do, that's what they want to do. And at this point, if they were doing nefarious activities, staying married makes sense, because you can't testify against your husband or your wife. So keeps both of them kind of from having to, tell on each other. You get divorced and, it might be a different subject. So whatever. You guys let me know what you think in the comments. I'm going to get on out of here. Y'all take it light, take it slow. Tell them Uncle Mike. And I'm just saying, VB told you so. Bye, guys.